Miles, I'm working on something very important right now.
Yeah, but we just got our first guest judge confirmed.
Who is it?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, but they did work on one of this apartment's favorite shows.
Ooh, which one?
Just you wait. If you don't know the answer, I'm sure somebody will. Maybe.
Love that.
She's definitely a woman of the world.
That's shucking awesome.
Yeah, and I get to call her friend. It's no big deal.
And we've been looking for a window, not a wall, to platform female theater professionals. Hey, are we gonna record one of those corny intros for episode 2?
Amanda, are you gonna guess the show or not?
Suffs? All right, welcome back to episode 2 of the Showpeople Songwriting Showdown. We're so excited to have you, and this is the first week that we actually get to hear some songs.
This was the solos week, randomly specific scenarios. We got 6 songs to listen to.
I think we should address this up front. We had multiple rule violations this week.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I had a song delivered to me late. It's a drag.
It's a drag. And so, is this our dragon song?
This is our dragon song.
Okay, uh-huh.
And I have a song that is 2 minutes and 35 seconds. And it is Old Davy Jones.
So, it will be played, but it will be cut at the 2:30 mark.
Part of me as, like, a dad and a teacher, I'm like, okay, we gotta have these rules and we gotta enforce them because otherwise we have chaos.
You know, we did actually get a couple arrows our way, so that was fine. One of the first things that was said was, some of you broke the rules. And Daniel and I are frantically like, did we break the rules? Oh my gosh, what did we do? And then we did break the rules. So that was its own moment of panic.
It is time to introduce our judges. And so, of course, returning, we have Brighton.
So my name is Brighton. My pronouns are they, them. By day, I am an arts and crafts instructor for like elementary age kiddos. At Showpeople, I'm like one of the original founding members. And I've kind of been on like literally every single project. Like I don't think that there's been a project that I haven't done. Not super technical when it comes to music, but when it comes to fulfilling like a need or some kind of assignment, I'm going to be like, yo, did you read the assignment? Did you understand what's going on here?
We have Colby.
Hi. I'm Colby. I'm a composer, a lyricist. I write plays. And I guess my claim to fame is I won the first season of SSS, which was a lot of fun. And now I'm back as a regular judge, and I'm excited to see what songs come out this season.
Yeah. I'm going to turn it over to Taylor to introduce herself.
Be short and sweet, people. Hi, everybody. I'm excited to be here and listen to your songs. I'm a musical theater girl. I have my BFA from Syracuse. And then my life kind of went crazy and I got into the world of producing. Found myself as the executive assistant to the lead producer of a show called Shucked on Broadway and got really into it and then met a few more people and somehow got roped into producing Broadway shows. So my producing debut was on a show called How to Dance in Ohio. Through there, I met more people and I got asked to work on a show called Suffs, another show that I'm very passionate about. A year ago, it actually opened today.
Those are some crazy credits to have on your resume also. Like,
sure, yeah.
Those shows are like big deals. Like she was just like dropping them as if they were nothing. I was here like I was gagged. I was like shocked.
And I was offered to work on the show called Operation Mincemeat, which is on right now, World War II comedy. And then I just go to a lot of readings. That's basically the life. It's not all I do, but it's a big part of it. And if you have any questions for me at any point, I like to talk. So
I thought Taylor was so spunky and fun. Oh my God. I wanted to just chat with her for an hour afterwards about not only my piece, but everyone's.
I think it's nice to see younger producers on Broadway. and be female producers on Broadway. Those are both really great things. And for her to have, like such awesome credits that, are shows that we all know is really awesome.
I'm like talking to my family about what happened and everything, and they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, Broadway producer. And they're like, huh? Like, oh, so this is like, you're going to perform in New York City. I'm like, yes. Like, this isn't just something I'm doing that doesn't mean anything. Like, this is I'm honored to be a part of this. Like, this is crazy.
Welcome back to the Showpeople Songwriting Showdown. I'm your host, Amanda Lee Morrill. During our first episode, we assigned our contestants into teams and gave each of them an oddly specific songwriting prompt. They needed to write a solo that responded to that prompt, and they needed to keep it to between 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes. Miss Kit doesn't have time for anything longer than that. This week, we're finally going to get to hear these songs, but the catch is we've got to eliminate 2 teams by the next round. Isn't that right, Miss Kit? Eliminating teams is the worst part of the show, but we've got to do it. So let's get into the Zoom room and get listening. It's time.
Yeah, it's time to roll the die.
Okay. Blow on it for good luck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do a little shake. And then, boop. Oh, it landed on my keyboard. We got a 3.
Okay. Where's My Foul Mate is first. Where's My Foul Mate is by Team Rainbow.
Team Rainbow.
We got number 4.
4. Making History. Making History is by Team Zephyrs.
Okay, great.
Number 1.
Number 1.
The Temptation of Edith by The Banana Stand.
I love this name. I'm so excited about this.
That's so silly.
Is that an Arrested Development?
There is always money in the banana stand.
Perfect.
We
I
got
love
a 6.
6. Dinner Served by Team It's Just Roman.
Team Just Roman.
It's just Roman.
It's just...
2. It's a Drag by Team Diesel Feather, which means that the final song is Old Davy Jones by The Miscreants.
Now, let's just enjoy some music. This is the spirit of the show. This is what it's all about, is getting to hear 6 songs today that did not exist a week ago, right? So, yeah, we couldn't be more excited, and thank you for joining us. Let's get started with our first song, Where's My Foul Mate? Oh, Foul Mate.
I kept wanting to say foul mate, but
it's full mate.
Right?
Okay, full mate,
right.
like soulmate.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Matthew, can you give me a quick little intro to this song?
Just a reminder of what our prompt is. It was a pigeon flying around New York City looking for love. Prior to this song, like, this pigeon has been bullied, has been told that you're a pigeon, you can't find love. It doesn't say in the song, but we've named him Ernest. It's fun, it's silly, but it's also, pun intended, very earnest. Get a gander at this loser.
Why do they laugh at me? Can't they give support? I'm flying higher just to see, but what's it for? Left every chick behind, I can't fix them all. If they won't fly, they'll drag me with them as they fall. I want something real. Can I please just have a chance? I'm Maria to my Tony, sick and tired of being lonely. A dove to love, or a partridge in a pear tree. My heart's never treated fairly. What's with that? Everyone finds their full mate, but not me. Can I really be so bad? I'll squawk it from the Empire State. Hike your tail here, don't be late. Rain or shine, whatever weather, flying by your side. We'll poop on Lady Liberty, my favorite activities. I'll share with you, just come with me, and we will glide. We'll never have to hide. You can't do much, you're just a pigeon. Can't drive a bus, you're just a pigeon. Can't feel love, but trust a pigeon. Can do more than you would know. Oh. There is nowhere I won't go. Ooh.
my gosh, that was the season opener.
Yeah.
The first song heard was Pigeon Summer. Pigeon. How do you feel having just played this song for people and launched our season?
Terrified?
Don't be too scared. I wasn't watching the judges' faces, but I was mesmerized by the song. I thought it was gorgeous. Surprisingly beautiful for a song about a pigeon, you know?
I feel pretty good about it, and like that's that.
Immediately when they said, "Oh, the first song is Rainbow," I was like, immediately I'm like, vomit. From the reactions I saw on the funny parts, the parts that I actually wanted reactions, I was like, okay, oh, good. They understood what I was trying to do there. Like, there's nobody like, what the hell is this? So that was good.
Yeah, I saw you guys early in the week, and you already had a song ready. And I was like, you've got so much more time to revise if you want. So it was nice to see the changes that you put in. Thank God you kept "Will Poop on Lady Liberty," my favorite activities. The best internal rhyme that I've heard in a while.
I had a smile on my face the whole time. I did. I loved the feel of it, the vibe of it. It was actually very heartwarming. I wasn't expecting it for a song about a pigeon. I actually hate pigeons with my entire being. And so I almost like feel for them now. That's a big deal.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for a reference. Very poppy, vaguely Sarah Bareilles, which I'm like, oh. And like it's so soulful somehow.
Yeah.
Very fun. I had an issue with the rhyme of foal mate because I was like, a foal is a baby horse. And I understand the pun, but it is a visual pun. And if you're not seeing the lyric in front of you, it's a little bit like, are we talking about horse or are we talking about pigeon?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I liked the song in general. I thought it had a lot going for it. If I had gripes, it was just that I felt the form was kind of just like not there. Like I was kind of listening and waiting for like a predictable form to come up, and it felt like it kept just sort of being a new thing, like each section. And that's not like bad inherently, but I think when you have a strong form and you have something that comes back, it makes you go like, ooh, like I like that. It feels like a missed opportunity to me.
It's very through composed, right? And so kind of new sections unfolding, we didn't necessarily return to a refrain.
When the main criticism was like it not being super structured, I was like, I agree, it wasn't super structured. To have that in mind as something that the judges do prioritize really has now guided our judgment moving forward.
Strong shout to the pigeon song.
Literally, I feel like it was a general consensus of not wanting to have feels for a pigeon trying to fall in love, but that was like exactly what happened.
Making history.
Our prompt was Icarus flying towards the sun, which is a story that's been told a lot of times. So we chose to write from the perspective of his father, the infamous Daedalus, the classic inventor who helped in the creation of the Minotaur, and just like real-time flying, because he knows they're about to make history. I just don't think either of them had in mind what it was.
I've astonished mortals, disconcerted kings. Even gods must watch us in awe, borne on our miraculous wings. Cages of gold still suffocate, so these birds must flee. Go ask the fates, they'd say we're making history. Keep your flying steady, beware of extremes. I hand-placed each feather and stuck them together with wax at the seams. Through years I've crafted trials and treasures alike. But the end of our story, shrouded in glory, is held on the back of my greatest design. Watch him soar above the ground. Icarus, you'll be a legend now. Looking more like a god than a young slave on the run. There go my my greatest achievements ascending into the sun. Sun! Icarus!
Yay!
Icarus was really fun just because it was the first one, which made it exciting, but also a little bit intimidating. It was really fun to have another person to just see where their mind went and then kind of meet in a place in the middle, which is how we ended up finding the writing point of view. Our schedules never lined up for calling, so it was super fun to, we would just send a bunch of voice memos back and forth. So I'd be at work and be like, oh, I just thought this little melody, like, and like hum something, or he would send back and be like, oh, I like this. What if we did, I could turn it into the piano this way. And I'd be like, exactly. It was just so much of us talking back and forth that way, which was super fun.
I really enjoyed musically the descending, the fall at the end. I like to see that word painting. And I don't even know if it counts as word painting because technically there are no lyrics about the fall, but it very much evokes that right at the end.
It started strong and then it realized it had a lot to say and not a lot of time to say it and wrapped up very quickly. It was just too much to get through. So they were like doing this background and then suddenly it's like, all right, Icarus is flying and then he's dead. And it just abruptly ends.
Amazing song. I think I was just waiting for something. I know the end was super cool and I wasn't expecting it. I think I was waiting for something to like hit me in the face catchy wise. And I wasn't quite getting that like thing to hold on to for myself. That's going to like leave me walking away with that, you know, that tune in my head. But that being said, it was a really well done song. And the lyrics I thought were awesome.
Again, we're kind of missing like the catchy bit, which again, you know, maybe this is more of like an operatic style. So it doesn't necessarily have to have one, but even some opera songs have a chorus.
I love the Icarus story, and I think it's a tale that's been told so many times that you can get sick of it, and then you hear a song like that, and it's like you've heard it for the first time again.
The Temptation of Edith.
So Banana Stand, tell me a little bit.
Yeah, so our prompt was Ash Wednesday with Grandma Gone Wrong. The story goes wrong initially in a very awkward way, and then it takes another terrible shift. I had this wild idea that came to my head. A lot of things just started spewing and just coming really quickly. And then we've got one working document, so I was able to see Braylee's ideas. Then as the week went by, Braylee was able to say, hey, let's cut this, which is good because I have a lot of really wild ideas, and every once in a while I need somebody to say, hey, shut up, that's actually not a good idea.
I want to emphasize the fact that like it wasn't like, hey, we need to cut this because it's bad. It was more like, hey, we need to cut this because it's only a 2 minute and 30-second long song, but we need to cut it down so that we're getting to like the secret sauce of what the song actually is.
And on the recording, you're going to hear me playing the piano, and Braylee's a better singer than I am, so she recorded that.
It was a cold March morning. I walked into church, ready to walk around with black ashes perched on my forehead.
All right, Lord.
I saw Grandma in her usual spot. She looked kind of hot.
All right, Lord. What do you got?
On Ash Wednesday, we hear the tempting of Christ. In the desert, 40 days,
right,
no
Lord.
food, 40 nights. But
got?
on that night, I saw the temptation of Edith as she thirsted for something a bit more contrite. As Father dug his bald head shining, bright as the face of God, read the gospel of Christ's sacrifice. I turned to see Grandma, and she was longing and craving and pining and yearning. Deep in the bush, her spirit was burning. She needed love, and not from Christ, but from Doug. She was horny for the homily. What do you do when your grandma is lustful long after the Red Sea has dried? Her organs are old, those pipes are dusty, but a spark has ignited inside. And now we have to walk to the front for communion, to feast on the body of Christ's holy union. I'm ready to drink from the cup of his blood, and she's ready to slide her digits to Doug. So she drops a note in his white robe's pocket, but that wasn't what God had on his docket. And she lost her balance and fell from his grace. The candle of Christ was knocked off its base, while the people of God watched in dismay. The house of God was swallowed by flame.
like palms into ash and broken dreams. Grandma, oh grandma, what have you done? Church isn't the bachelor, and the priest surely isn't the one. I think Grandpa is watching from heaven, suffering from depression, seeing the chaos you've done. Churches to ashes, dust to dust.
Wow. I'm speechless. This was incredible.
My favorite part of the whole thing was watching people react to our song as it happened.
I get that some of the lyrics not fitting rhythmically into the music was like purposeful because of the humor, but you have to kind of pick and choose your battles with that. You know, popular lar, that works because it's like once in the song. So you have to like choose when you're gonna break the rules.
I honestly, I really liked that one a lot. I really think both musically and lyrically it felt very title of show because it's like very tight lyrical density and maybe not a lot of melodic movement, but it allows for, I think, stronger storytelling. And I'm surprised, like I'm genuinely impressed about how much story and how much humor and everything you're able to get into such a short time frame.
This is a monumental competition in so many ways, and one hallmark we've just achieved is I do think that has just taken the crown as the dirtiest Showpeople song.
Mm-hmm. I sort of had a moment, just, you know, being in Catholic school for 12 years, being like, oh no, we're in trouble. We did a bad thing.
Would you agree? Because you wrote the previous champion.
Yeah. I think so. Dinner. Dinners served.
What's
From
up?
Team Just Roman.
Yeah.
So who should we hear from?
Probably just Roman.
So my initial prompt was someone who forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer before mom gets home. I put quite the 1920s Long Island Agatha Christie twist on it. Judges, that's for you. If you want to hear more about it, I built a whole entire world around it. The moment I got the prompt, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. I knew it's my introduction to the whole world of this. I need to drop myself in, show off what I'm the best at. Thoughts flee from course, foreseen remorse. Welcome home, mama. I mopped the floors. How are the stores that you roamed, mama? Sharpen the knives. Save face while she arrives. Know your place, little boy. The chicken's on ice. I know excuses won't suffice. You're a waste, little boy. So your parenting has dwindled since Dad was laid in his grave. And now you're stuck with me. How's that make me your slave? Was there some secret wife? Is that what made you take his life? Yes, I know, mama. You'll soon be on ice while I inhale chicken and rice. Dinner served, mama. I am alive. to no escape. And then the family crest or your coffin I'll drape. Welcome home.
Wow, 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 wow. Roman, what an anthem. Brighton, I don't think you've been in the hot seat for a second. Can we get some
No.
feedback and suggestions from you?
This song has just such a strong sense of style, which I think is maybe like one of the strongest points of it, but also like the twists and turns plot wise. I was not expecting any of this from forgetting to take the chicken out of the freezer before mom gets home.
I was watching some of the judges' faces as they started to realize what kind of world I built for it. And that was the golden ticket to my heart.
And I want to say right off the bat that I was very impressed by the effort, the fact that he did fully orchestrate it. The issue with it can sort of be summed up in the fact that it's a comedic song that really isn't funny. That revelation in the song doesn't come with like laughter or with like shock so much as it does with confusion.
I was crapping my pants. I thought, okay, my twist hit, but it did not fulfill. That was my biggest worry.
It doesn't have the surprise factor, I think, that it would need to be comedic.
I really liked Roman's song. I would have written that song entirely different, but I really liked the way he did it and the world building that he created through just this little song about not taking the chicken out of the freezer.
Does this bring us to our
Second
to last song?
Yes.
The penultimate song of this round.
Our prompt as a reminder was about a dragon guarding a princess. And so we kind of tried to put ourselves in the dragon's shoes and just think about how he got this gig, like how does he view it? You know, maybe he probably doesn't see himself as such like a villainous character and this is just more of like his day job. Kind of like, okay, what if his perspective of it is the problem? So this is It's a Drag.
Guarding the wall by her window, watching the clock as I man the gate, waiting for someone to tiptoe by me, another guy to incinerate. I sure could use a smoke break. Cause it turns out you get burnt out when you're 9 to 5 is frying nights alive. It's a drag being a dragon. I'm just getting my bag, is that so wrong? It's a drag, getting ragged on. I'm an easy target cause I'm 30 feet long. Am I such a bad guy just for working part-time as a bouncer for the castle? How to make the rules, just do what I'm paid to. So tell these fools I'm not the asshole. Grunting away while her highness goes la 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 to the birds all day. She's living it up with the finest golden chamber pot, yet I can't get a raise. I'm busting my tail as a mob is forming, waving torches as they try to storm in. I clear my throat, about to burn them down till I hear them go.
Defund the crown, free the people, scale the tower, redistribute royal power.
I go frozen for a moment. Once upon a time, I believed the lie, but now I see the story in a whole new light. Maybe those toothless dirty peasants might be right. Am I on the wrong side of the picket line? Am I scared or just a dragon? Am I slowing down the revolution? It's a gag just to fathom how I'm holding up a corrupt institution. Am I such a bad guy turning a blind eye to all the tyranny of the castle? I didn't make the rules and I just got used and I a victim too. Or am I the asshole? I think I'm owed some vacation days, so I'ma set this off on base. Fly far enough away, no one will know I lied on my resume.
Wow. Taylor, impressions and feedback.
Okay, sick beat. First of all, it was extremely catchy to me. I would definitely be vibing to that song. My whole thing is I really like catchy and I want it to draw me in, and it did. It did the whole time.
The bass line is very Olivia Rodrigo, very popish, very like girly pop. And I was like, hell yeah.
It was very good, and it shows that, they are an existing songwriting team. They know how to work together. If I had like one issue with it, it was the fact that it kind of broke the rules and that it really isn't a true solo.
Defund the crown, free the people, scale the tower.
We had reworked our recording a few hours before we handed it in to cut out a second vocal part. They made a good product. We were not happy that it didn't fall within the boundaries that we had to work in.
Musically, it was quite good, and it does go above and beyond the prompt. It adds all these different layers to like the politics in the kingdom, and it was very good. But that one issue did bug me.
I think we chose, for better or for worse, something that was a little high concept, but it was so helpful to chat through the song with Miles. I think the parts that he identified were a little sticky or not quite there, were the exact ones that we were identifying as well. And it was helpful to talk out, like, what is a way that we can sell this story within 2.5 minutes?
All right, as executive producer, I think I have to weigh in on this particular rule break. Why was It's a Drag allowed to be heard in the competition if it broke a rule? It was meant to be a solo song, right? But we realized as a production team, our language was a little unclear. Does a solo refer to a song where only one voice is heard? Or could it be a song where only one person sings? Did the scream count as sound design? Did the chant count as music? Does it matter that the person playing the dragon could just sing that chanted part themselves or chant that chanted part, since it doesn't really strike my ear as singing? With all of that in mind, we decided that this was on us and we should let the song be played, especially in round 1 of a brand new season. I hope that kind of clarifies things. Again, if you're unhappy, blame me, the EP. The final song of the first round.
Old Davy Jones from the Miscreants.
I felt like the way that Nay's input was like the yin to my yang for what I brought. I feel like we gelled really well. I feel like the ideas were flowing, and I feel like it all happened very magically.
Simone literally gave me a snippet of like music that she had created, and I was like, oh, this is a whole vibe.
Old Davy Jones is about a pirate who is about to walk off the plank. They lost a lover at sea, and they want to find their lost love in Davy Jones's locker.
Very excited to present. I'm very proud of our song.
It's finally time. It's finally time. Old Davy Jones, where's your Dutchman? I'm barely afloat, never taught to swim. From the edge of this boat, see this fog rolling. It's finally time. It's finally time. Old Davy Jones, where's my lover been? His wits, the sharpest blade, his fury is cannon fire. He swore one day he'd teach me, he swore he'd never leave me. So face me and fight, or else name your price. You either take me to, or give him back to me. So as your locker,
this fight is done. The seas in your heart, forever where you are. If south, that's a start. I'm on my way, you're not very far. Keep waiting. It's finally time. It's finally time. It's finally.
I need the concept album.
While our song was playing, I was only watching faces. And I was like, how is this being perceived? And it seemed like everybody really was vibing. Like I was like, right. Eat it up. But yeah, internally I was screaming.
It's like so gorgeous. Like I was really stunned by just the stylistic feel and how strong that was. My concern is the prompt fulfillment. I think did it include pep talk? Because I was missing the pep. Because walking the plank, absolutely. Was it a pep talk though? That is what I was afraid of.
I agree that it could be debated. And we were ready to debate.
Maybe I'm just not good at pep talks. I have really never been good at them. I'm not even going to hold you.
I'm not a judge, but I'm looking at some lyrics and I think there's probably an argument to be made, but it's absolutely a consideration our judges should make.
Very good. And it was a very good demo. It has a very long, like, instrumental intro, I think like 15, 20 seconds, something like that. That's a huge waste of time when you have 2.5 minutes. It's a song that clearly wants to be like 4 or 5 minutes. 4 or 5 minute songs are great, but it's not what the competition called for.
Who sang this?
That's what I was just saying.
So
Who's
pretty.
singing? Who's singing? Simone?
Simone.
Simone on vocals.
Simone. I was getting
Simone.
like Amy Winehouse, Nora Jones, Andra Day. Like it was like a whole array of people that like mixed together, and it was really beautiful.
We really treasure every demo. We really appreciate you all using whatever gifts you've got to get a demo recorded for this competition. But I do think we can all appreciate like a singular talent when it rolls through, and that was just such a treat.
For the audience, just tell us that Old Davy Jones was a vibe. That's all we want to hear. For the judges, y'all cool.
The melodic content and performance of the Davy Jones song was very like powerful.
Jones, where's my lover now? Like, hey.
Appreciate y'all listening in because I feel like this is a wacky opportunity in and of itself. So just listening to new music and being willing to do so, I appreciate it.
So we have scores in.
Judges, you feel... I'm looking at scores right now. Do you feel like you got the things in that you wanted?
Where's our... Okay, so final average. Interesting.
I'll say a lot of them brought the heat. A lot of them really showed up. But I will say some of them were very still bare bonesy. A lot of these songs traveled in just one direction. A lot of them didn't have their ups and downs. They didn't show me a full arc. But the ones that did, really, I was already like, I need to remember these names of these people because I would love to work with them in the future if they keep showing me this magic.
Let's celebrate our winner first and foremost.
All right. Our number one scored this week is
Team Diesel Feather.
Diesel Feather. Yeah.
Team Diesel Feather. It's a drag?
Who wrote It's a Drag?
It's
Yes.
a drag.
The Dragon song deserved to win that week. It was so good.
Yeah, no. 10s across the board for that one.
They should have had at least a point or two off. If you violate a rule, you should not be the winner of a week.
That song was so clever. Like, even just the title being It's a Dragon, it's about a dragon. I was like, am I the asshole? I find I get it stuck in my head.
The sigh of relief, the drum roll ended for a second, and I just felt like it was great that even despite the high drama of being called out and whatnot, that our song was still being seen for what it was, and that it stood out well for the judges.
Thrilled to have a win so early in the season.
Folks, let's give it up to Team Diesel Feather for taking round 1 of the Showpeople Songwriting Showdown Season 2. In celebration, they've prepared a little something that I think you're really going to want to see.
Hi, I'm Alara Magritte.
And I'm Daniel Rosen.
And we are Magritte and Rosen.
We've been writing together at this point for about 10 years. We've written multiple full-length musicals, a Halloween album, a holiday album, and have been lucky enough to have our work featured in festivals and cabarets from coast to coast.
One of our favorite projects to date is called Safe Hands. It's a folk rock musical that follows the intersecting lives of a group of women as they navigate life before Roe v. Wade. We're so excited to be featured on the second season of sssupreme,
along with all of these amazing songwriters. We're fortunate to have come into this competition having previously worked together, and I'm feeling good about that.
I was so excited to get matched up with Daniel. I, was kind of hoping to be working with someone else.
Alara, she just has so many opinions and ideas, which are usually good.
I think a lot of people assume that Daniel's someone who's gonna really listen and can really collaborate with you. And once upon a time I had those assumptions too.
She's just the best. She's the worst person I know. Thanks for having us.
Vote for Diesel Feather.
It's not American Idol.
We need to eliminate 2 teams. We have a 3-way tie at the bottom.
It's not a very fun feeling.
It's really unfortunate for whoever is in the bottom. That really stinks.
I know I deserve this spot. I know I deserve this spot.
I'm locked in. Just give me one more chance.
SSS always seems to have some sort of competition twist that pops up and shakes things up.
Man, I hope these people don't think they suck, because they don't. They literally do not suck. They're doing such a good job.
We'll be reading and rereading and rereading all of the rules a few times.
Don't look at me. I'm just a host, an executive producer who should have been prepared for a tie and will definitely figure out something. So tune in next time. Miles, I need a monk milk. Bad.